Howdy, Bill the Geek is back again with responsive Flash. Yes, some people may think that Flash died, but it lives, and I love Flash. I've always used Flash, and I wish I could use it throughout my site and make everything Flash, but those days are gone. But I can still use Flash. Now, with responsive web design, you can show and hide things in any device that you want to. That's the beauty of responsive web design. And I checked my stats this morning, and what I'm showing is that 1% of the people that visit my website are on mobile phones. Now, if you're a pizza parlor, a restaurant, I mean, your percentage may be as high as 20-30%, so it's going to vary given your industry, but people who want to know web design, graphic design, want private classes from people like me, only 1% of them are on mobile phones. So, you know, it's up to you, but you can do some really cool things in Flash. What I've done, I've taken my index page to Flash, and here is my index page right here. I kind of like it. I got my bubbles floating down. I like my little rollover effects, you know, the fish flying through. I can click and go to these different pages. I like that. It doesn't hurt my SEO because all my SEO is in the meta tags. And you come down here, I've got my drop-down menus below my Flash environment. And then all my SEO stuff is down here with my alt tags and my content. You know, I've got good content. And then, if people are on a mobile device, my cutoff point in this document, my index page, is at 1100 pixels wide. If you're viewing this under 1100 pixels, here, which is what happens. When I go small and I get to a tablet, bam, I'm back to regular old silly Billy's world. It still looks okay to me. And this is for the iPad, iPhone. I mean, you keep shrinking down. Sure, I'm responsive all the way. I got the groove going. Okay. But if you're on a desktop, laptop, you know, hey, why not show a little razzle dazzle? Hey, that's what I'm talking about. So here's how I get it done. The way I get it done is, of course, in my code. Now, to bring Flash into Dreamweaver, what you're going to do is you'll just go to the Insert drop-down menu, come down to Media, and then, of course, you'll insert your Swift file, and then it's going to drop a bunch of somewhat strange code in it. But that's fine. Insert Flash, you do your Swift file, drop it in, and here's the code that's going to come in. Right down here. Now, the way Flash works is kind of strange. It drops in two different parameters. One is for one type of browser, one is for another type of browser. So you'll see this object class ID up here, and then we open another object type application X. Well, they have to put all this code in for the various type of browsers, but no big deal. Here is the folder that my Swift file is in, the name of the Swift file right here. Now, what you want to pay attention to is these parameters down here. And I have mine set to exact fit. And whatever you put in here, you want to put it in not only up here, but down here also. I have set mine to exact fit. And I have set the width of the Flash document to 100%. You can do what you want, but I want mine, if you want to put it into 100% of the browser window or of whatever box you're going to put that in. And let me go back to my website. The new fad is filling the entire browser with stuff. Now notice, sure, the fish is an image. My logo is actually an image, but all of this stuff is, all of the text, all of these ovals, these were all created in Flash because Flash uses vectors. So I can't scale this thing all the way out to full screen because of the size of this video thing that I'm presenting in. But as I scale in and out, these objects are changing to 100%. So there is a little bit of distortion. So being at 100% and exact fit in my published settings, which are showing up down here, exact fit, 100%. I've set my height to 850 pixels, which is the actual height of the Flash document. So you kind of have to make a judgment call on what images or what art you use in your Flash document. Notice I have ovals here, nice rounded text. So as it distorts from wider, maybe a 2000 pixel wide browser versus 1100 browser. So you have to accommodate that and see what you can live with. Now, to make this thing show and hide, over here in my main CSS file, I just made an ID called Flash Content. That's it. Flash Content with 100% height, 100%, no big deal. If I go into my code, you can see the ID, the div that I put my Swift document in here. Okay? So I just create that, but over here, I use two separate CSS documents, one for regular CSS and another CSS for my resize, but for my media queries. But if I come down here, I believe we're looking for approximately line 855. Got a little carried away with my resize. A lot of this is unnecessary. But let's come up here, 855. Here we go. When we get to 1110 pixels, I take that div and make display none. Of course, if I make that display none, in my CSS when we started out, apparently I must have been hiding my header and this section up here. So in my CSS, I hide these by going display block in my initial CSS style sheet. So these are hidden in the initial CSS style sheet, and with display block, or display none, actually, display none. But when I get out here, we display block on my Flash, but then when we come in here, the Flash is display none, and everybody's happy. So yes, and of course I'm going full 100% in the browser window with this Flash document. But, you know, you could have this Flash document in any div. And you can make it as functional with all the buttons and animations and videos. Anything that Flash can do can be right here. So it's not a 100% Flash world that I would like it to be, but it's a little bit of fun for my visitors.